Welcome back to the Honest Honkies podcast. We are now celebrities.
We are. We've made it to the top, the mountain. We are set apart in the highest place.
Yeah, shout out y'all actually for blowing up our latest video. That was quite a surprise, wasn't it?
300 views, which 300 people, we could have our own little JN6.
Oh, come on. Already.
No, dude. 300 people.
Yeah, that was interesting. Shane texted me like the day or two after we released. And he's like, "Bro, have you seen the views?" I was like, "No." I looked, it was like at 100. And you texted me like a couple hours later, and it was at 200. I was like, "Man, what's going on?"
I kept watching it, and I was like, dude, these people are idiots, bro.
You kept watching the video?
No,
you were the one getting the views?
No, I kept watching the view count go up, and I was like, that many people do not need to be listening to this, because...
Dude, it's so funny, because right after we stopped recording, you remember, we were like, this video's going to bomb.
I looked at Josh, and I said, this might should be the last episode.
Yeah, this needs to be the end of season 2, but we're going for 30 more now, at least.
Oh, I guess, dude. We've already sunk in most of the money we have into this. We're both pretty in debt. We are...
Both?
I'm in debt. Severely. I'm financially crippled by this operation, but I do it for the love of my brother and for the love of the game. Praise God, dude. Game is game.
Love of the game.
Anyways, it's good to be back because conversation is needed, necessary, and essential to the human condition.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it is today.
I know you're always excited to see me. You're like...
Some days I am more than others. Like today, I'm just like, I just want to sleep.
But you know what, dude? Jesus didn't sleep.
He did. He slept for 3 days.
Nope. He didn't sleep one day, bro. He had too much work to do.
Oh.
Kind of funny to think about Jesus snoozing.
Did you get any sleep last night?
Yep.
You did?
I sleep perfect. Here in Dallas, we had a nice little thunderstorm. And it was pretty wild. I'm pretty sure there was 3 tornadoes.
Really?
We've had 2 thunderstorms in like the past 2 days, and there was definitely 3 tornadoes in one day.
Well,
which is a normal Dallas day, because that's just how we roll down here.
Yeah, there was that tornado that killed like 7 people on Saturday or Friday.
Moment of silence.
Yeah, Memorial Day was for
the
them.
Moment of silence. Okay. That's for them.
And so we had that, and then like 2 days later we had an insane, like I think I heard 70-mile-an-hour winds over here, which makes sense because I was awoken this morning at like 5 a.m. by the sirens going off, and I was like, oh great, what's going on? So
for real,
I whip out my phone and look at the weather app, and it's like severe thunderstorm, but I didn't see any tornado stuff, so I was like, this is probably chill. But then the sirens kept going off, and I was like,
come
go
on.
to bed. And then my windows were like, it was making a lot of noise because the wind was so loud, and I heard like trees falling everywhere. I was like, bro, this D-Day, bro.
It was, dude. I was getting angry. I was like, dude, just let me sleep. Because I woke up and
I was thinking of you too. I was like, bro, I know Blue is like freaking out.
So we've started trying a new thing with our dog.
What do? You just put him down?
We're doing what's it called? There's a word for it.
Okay.
Some kind of therapy. But basically we're subjecting
therapy.
We're subjecting our dog to his biggest fear all of the time. So even when it's not raining, we're playing thunderstorm, like 8-hour YouTube thunderstorm sounds. So it's just always thunderstorming for him, in hopes that he'll just be like, oh, this stuff's not that bad. Because we had him dog sit because we went on vacation, and the dude that dog sit for us was like, I just put on 8 hours thunderstorm, and after like 5 hours of it, he just got used to it and started chilling. And so we're like, oh, okay, let's just do that all the time.
So he did that without your permission?
Yeah, I guess so. He
just
could have
like, fix your dog.
he could have crippled our dog and gave him like a doggy panic attack or whatever.
Well, that's interesting because I thought it had to do with dogs like just knowing like weather stuff, like it has to be actual, like not just sounds. I don't know.
I thought that too, but he seems to be more of a sound guy.
Okay.
Because
so the wind so did it not bother him that much last night or what?
No, he was dry heaving. He was dry heaving, barely holding on. We put him in the cage, and dude, this is like one of the first times where he kind of got. He has like the pillow in his cage, and he kind of got under the pillow, and so he looked pretty funny. He was all camped out, hiding.
Trying to protect himself.
Yeah, which is, what humans are supposed to do. You're supposed to get under the mattress, and I just have a smart dog.
Yeah, my coworker said that there was a tornado in his area, and I was like, "Oh no, that sucks. Did you go to the bathroom? Get in the tub with your mattress or whatever?" And he's like, "No, never go in the bathroom with tornado." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, the mirror. If the tornado gets in there, the mirror just shatters and like glass goes everywhere." I was like, "That's kind of specific to each bathroom,
You're like, "Yeah, that's why you put the mattress on top, dummy."
Yeah. So
honestly, it would be kind of. I guess it wouldn't be funny, but it would be kind of funny if like all these Californians that are moving here died from the tornadoes because they didn't know how to deal with them. And all the Texans were like, another day, another dollar. We just all head straight to the closet, put the blankets on us, and are like, it never happens, but might as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the weirdest feeling because you're like, there's like almost no chance that this tornado hits me. But I should probably be in the closet just in case.
Yeah.
And huddle and be scared.
I guess. I don't.
The wind was so like aggressive this morning, I guess, that I was like, nature's kind of wild right now.
Yeah.
Like if I stood out there,
I'd blow over.
It could
take me.
It was a weird feeling that it was so much more powerful than me. Yeah. I was like, dang, that's kind of...
Did you get any, like, crazy damage around you? Or?
The wind by our house was like, shaking the building I live in. Like, it was, like, shaking it. The rain was, like, coming through the seams of my door. So if I stood next to the door, I was getting, like, sprinkled.
Wow.
I was getting, like, sprinkled by little
crazy.
Water droplets, and I was like... Dude, if nature wants to get in, it gets in.
Bro, I didn't know your wife was like, Shane, we're gonna die.
She does. Yeah, she gets a little anxious about that stuff.
No, how do you not, bro?
I get more chill. Like, because I was kind of sitting there and I was like, dang, my heart's beating hecka slow right now. I must just be cold as ice on the inside, brother.
Yeah. When I went to work this morning, I saw, like, there's all kinds of trees down around here, but I saw, like, a full-grown mature tree just, like, fell over at the root. And I was like, that's crazy. A wind can just take a tree, full-grown tree, and just...
It's kind of wild that any tree makes it that long. Because it seems like a wind like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Relatively.
But, like, trees I've seen, not mature trees, still up, right, everywhere. But
yeah.
So, I don't know, that tree must have been a weak tree, honestly. Go to the gym or something. But... yeah, dude, power lines everywhere. I think my coworker also said that his house is going to be without power for like 3 days or something.
Yeah, I was hearing stuff like that. I heard like the Dallas mayor was like, people won't have, power for 3 days. And I was like, dude, shouldn't we be ready for that? We live in like probably, I feel like Texas has some of the worst thunderstorms and tornadoes. And we got ice Oklahoma. One time and it was all over.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might have to.
Well, Oklahoma is kind of like the tornado alley because we had quite a bit growing up when I was there, and I don't think we had a shelter, which is funny because the house my parents have now have a shelter.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was also thinking of that movie that's coming out called Twisters. It's like the spinoff of Twister.
Like, yeah. Now there's two tornadoes.
We're living in it, bro.
Big plot twist.
We're living in the movie. Yeah. Anyway. That's kind of what's been happening around here in Dallas. Also, Dallas basketball. They're still in the playoffs. 1 win away from the finals.
Yeah,
which
and
is crazy.
I just couldn't care less, dude.
Couldn't care less.
Do you think? I don't know.
I don't care about.
Has sports not gotten way less attractive to you in general?
Oh yeah, I think it has.
Like every time I hear about, I don't know if it's because don't have any attachment to players, or if it's like there's just have been so much like ideology pushed through sports, or I don't know why. It's just like I know. Maybe one of the reasons is just my attention span isn't long enough for sports anymore. I don't know what is just because I know a lot of people are also getting interested in it now, which is weird to me.
It's so funny you say attention span. That reminds me of this TikTok I saw. Somebody was recording like their little brother, and the little brother was on his phone. He's like, "Bro needs all of the dopamine hits," and so he was recording him. He was playing Subway Surfers and watching Breaking Bad up in the top right with like picture in picture at 1.5 speed. So he was just like constantly just like
Breaking Bad. Yeah, bro, Breaking Bad at 1.5 speed is insane.
I know. And playing Subway Surfers is like,
Did you watch that The Bear show?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, dude, it's like super like fast scenes. I'm just imagine watching that at like 1.5 speed, and the chefs like chopping their knives super fast, playing Subway Surfer. You're like, do left, right. That'd be kind of lit.
Yeah.
I think I've actually kind of done that recently though, which thinking about that makes me feel really bad about myself.
I know, dude. I'm thinking of all the times.
I'll do the little pop-up window at top, and I'll scroll through Instagram at the same time. I'll be like listening to something, and ooh, I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
If you intake 2 medias at one time, it's time to stop.
Yeah, it's not good. It's yeah. I mean, I think your body needs to be bored sometimes, you know? And it's like, it's almost impossible to be bored now because if you don't want to be bored, just pull out your phone, and then it's like instant, boom. Your brain needs what it wants.
That's kind of something that I wanted to talk about that was weird because I'll let the honkies in on a little secret. I went on a vacation for Memorial Day this past week, and I didn't even realize it or think about doing it, but since I was on vacation, I was obviously on my phone less, but I also was like not focusing on the same things on vacation, and I didn't realize it until I got back. I got back and started scrolling on my phone like the little gremlin dopamine goblin I am, and I started seeing NATO invades Ukraine, or NATO's going to send troops to Ukraine, Trump hush money trial. And then I felt myself get stressed. And I was like, bro, I somehow avoided this for 5 days, like the normal media narratives, and I felt so much better.
Yeah.
And I got back, in the first day, I started seeing these crazy headlines again, and I didn't even try to get away from them. I just was on my phone less, and I didn't interact with them. And when I came back into normalness, I felt my body get stressed out, and I was like, "Oh no,
start sweating.
This is how I've been living my life, like just listening to this crap."
I always say this on the podcast, but there has to be some kind of balance between like being in the know of what's going on around you and in the world, and like kind of being like taking a step back, or not knowing so much, I guess. Because
this is the thing that the balance is the hard part, because you'll have people say, I don't want to pay attention to politics because it's already all decided. It's just like, it doesn't matter anyways. And it's like, no, you can't think that. But if you're totally consumed by politics and stuff, that's obviously not good either. And so you have to like find this middle ground of caring but also not caring. And it's like the hardest thing to find, because
I don't think it's
it's
between caring and not caring.
It's like
caring and
knowing,
being informed.
Being informed, but there is care in there too, because you have to.
Yeah, but it's caring and realizing that God is in control, I think. So it's like
But God is in control, but then you also have to be a good citizen too.
Yeah, sure.
And
that's what the care is.
But how much of that good citizen is like you being involved in different things?
Well, I think this reminds me of Sunday morning when I taught my class. I had a question to the class. Just to summarize, my question was something like, "What are some things that I was talking to the class? What are some things that you guys do to stay, in the Word, basically, or stay doing your part in what you can do to spread the good news?"
Yeah.
And one of the answers to that was actually super interesting. It was not expected. This person said that voting, which I was like,
voting,
and I was like, okay, explain.
Is helping them stay in the Word.
Well,
okay, I'm ready.
Well, it wasn't really stay in the Word. It was spread the Word. So I was like, okay, explain yourself. Anyway, she's like, basically just like doing your part is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have the right in this country to vote.
Okay.
And you might as well do it because you can, and that's so if you can do something about the state of things, you should do it. So that's all I'm trying to say.
If you don't vote, dude, you probably don't have a mom or something, because that's your civic responsibility, brother.
Yeah.
Even because the people, there's nothing more annoying than somebody that's like, my one vote doesn't matter. And it's like, dude, you're completely missing the whole point.
Yeah.
It's not about it mattering. It's about, like, that's your civic responsibility. That's like the one thing that's holding all this supposed glue together.
I know.
It's like,
yeah, it's so crazy.
Because it's either Aristotle or Plato. One of them said, you either become a fool regarding, policy or government or whatever you want to consider it as, and just basically don't stay informed, or you become informed and you become not a fool to policy and world events. And it's like, you definitely don't want to be a fool, but you don't want to be fooled by it, and you don't want to be controlled by all the propaganda and government information that's getting let out.
Yeah, like AP over there.
I don't even know what AP is, honestly. I just click it because it's kind of funny. Like, sometimes they have funny stuff, but this week they're kind of lacking pretty bad. Do you know if the Associated Press is...
There's no more marijuana plants being planted in front of the capitals or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of, dude. This week sucks in news. So
I don't even look at that kind of news.
It's because the only thing in the news is those stupid Trump trials, and it's been in the news for weeks on weeks on weeks, and it's I don't know.
Oh, I did hear about.
I don't even understand how anybody can care.
Well, apparently Trump went to the Libertarian Party's convention or whatever.
Yeah. And
I was listening about this, and I'm like, because you think third party candidate, you think RFK Jr. But
he's not a third party.
I know. I know. I mean, he is, but he's not in the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
Which they have some other guy like Raymond. I don't know. Nobody cares.
Yeah, Draymond Green.
Yeah, it's like, how as a Libertarian Party, you have the best chance ever right now to possibly win, because you have two candidates nobody likes.
Yeah.
And then you've got this other guy who's kind of in between. And it's like, how do you not choose RFK Jr. to be your candidate? It's so retarded.
Well, I think it was more that RFK Jr. didn't want to be a Libertarian because he still had...
he wanted to hold on to the Democratic title with his family, or what?
He didn't. I'm pretty sure he denied. I think they came to him with, you can be our third party Libertarian, but he didn't want to be a Libertarian because he still believes in a lot of kind of government control. And, Even though the thing
that's me
the thing
being
is the left
not
is
informed on things that probably don't matter. So
yeah, and I know it, and it does me no good, bro. It doesn't. It's like I don't need to know that much. I just need to know enough to be informed and it not dominate my mind space.
Yeah,
because it's just I would rather other things dominate my mind space than these stupid headlines that don't even mean anything. Like, bro, who cares if Trump was at a libertarian convention? What difference does that make, dude? It's like, what does Trump believe in?
well, that really wasn't the story. The story was that the Libertarian Party booed him.
I mean, you got.
Whatever.
You know,
What else is new?
Yeah.
Who doesn't boo Trump?
Biden's getting booed, Trump's getting booed, RFK's getting booed.
Yeah.
Everybody gets booed eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And just the only thing you can do is this is what I really want to kind of talk about is I think we have to, as a society, realize that the ultimate form of stupidity is basically being led by somebody else, or having all of your ideas come from somebody else, and just completely giving up on original thought. Like, original thought is...
So what you're trying to say is not being your own person?
It's not about being your own person. I mean, it kind of is, but it's like how many people, and I was talking about this with a friend, but how many people truly have an original idea or like moral stance that nobody said before that they didn't just sponge and spit back out? Like, almost zero. There's not that many people that are truly coming up with or having, or if if somebody says to me, I believe in abortion or don't believe in abortion, I can pretty much tell you the list of things they believe after that. Because they identify with a certain...
Well, there's two different areas that you kind of group together, which I don't think need to be grouped together. You said people have their own ideas and people have their own moral stances. Those are kind of different. Ideas can stem from moral stances, but we need to split those two first. So moral stance with abortion, yeah. You know, you see somebody with blue hair, you're like, okay, automatically you have the stereotype in your mind.
But where did you didn't come up with the blue hair idea. You just heard somebody else say it and then repeated it, and then it became a trend.
Okay, why'd you say abortion?
I don't know. It's just a...
Exactly.
Well...
Culture.
It's just... But that's what I think is really... There's a lot of things that are contributing to society being tribal and everybody kind of clinging to one side desperately. But I just think people as a whole are really losing original thought and the ability to think for themselves and to come up with their own ideas. And sometimes it's good to even come up or to have ideas or morals and then be wrong. Because I don't know, if you're always parroting back something somebody else has said, you are literally, that's like the definition of stupid, is you're not inquiring into knowledge at all. You're just accepting whatever somebody says to you. And if the conversation is always into you, like if you're always intaking information then spitting it back out, but not taking, if you're like, there's a difference between intaking information, processing it, verifying it against other information, and coming out with like a new idea versus taking information in and then spitting it basically directly back out, like, but maybe changing a few words. Like, that one is like the definition of stupid, because you're not like challenging yourself in any way. You're just becoming beholden to somebody else's ideas, and that's exactly how Hitler or any dictator works. Is they just get everybody to listen to them and then repeat back what they say, and then they just get controlled. That's like the most detrimental thing for society, is to just lose the ability to think. And that's what I think is happening a lot on both sides. Like, both sides are just, they're just like, okay, whatever Trump says, or okay, whatever Biden says, or okay, whatever RFK says, everything he says is gospel. And you're just like, oh, that's how everybody's getting.
So what do you think people need to do to not be like that? Like, do you have a solution? Because you've outlined the problem pretty for the last 3 minutes. So do you have a solution for this? Any ideas?
I think the quick solution is maybe to get away from it, but I don't know if that's the best solution.
Get away from it how?
Like, detaching yourself from, like, an example is Tucker Carlson. He doesn't have a TV in his house. He's not on social media himself. Obviously, his accounts and stuff are that are run by other people. He doesn't have an email. Like, he completely detaches himself from basically the online networking realm. And I don't know if
that's kind of possible for everybody, especially the email. I mean,
but why isn't it?
Because emails, I'm talking about email specifically here. Emails, like, people can't work without it. Can't have a job without email. So integral to people's lives. It's like texting.
Yeah. Email is a tough one, but it's just, people will say, like, social media is, you gotta have it, and it's just, and that's what I'm saying is, I think maybe the quick, short solution that needs to happen is people need to get off of it. But I don't think that is the best solution long term, because I think the information that we're able to spread around and just the ease of it, or like the access to it, is a good thing. I think it was just introduced too quickly, and people found a way to manipulate it and to control it so that people are only able to hear one side, and that leads to people doing groupthink and just all clamoring to one idea.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. I think that's like you said, a quick solution to that issue. I also think that the better solution would be to, as yourself, as a person, need to figure out your beliefs and your morals, and you need to filter everything you hear through that. So you're not obviously, being told something, somebody did something, some political party, whatever, and you need to filter that through your beliefs, and then you can come up with your own judgment, your own judgment calls. But that does take time. It takes, isn't it like what, ages 17 through 25 is like when people develop their moral stance on things, so it takes time.
But I think you have to like really, 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 really like come up with your morals and like figure out where you get them, every single one of them, and decide if you really believe it, and then act like it. Like, then act like you really believe your morals, and don't just follow everything one person says and like cling to an idea that you agree with. Like, okay, like the best example is finding somebody that you agree with a lot, and then just everything, holding on to everything they say like it's gospel. Like, a lot of people, I know your dad posted a video on it. He's like posting like talking about Jordan Peterson, like how he's done a lot for people, but you don't need to believe everything he says, basically. And
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You got to have your own morals.
Yeah,
even if Jordan Peterson says a lot of correct things, you have to filter that through your morals. And
build them and have, like, you should be trying to come up with like, you should try to come up with things that nobody's saying. And they don't have to be correct, but you should try to think about them and come up with those ideas and put them and take those ideas and then express them in with like your friends and your family, and then as the collective group discuss those ideas and kind of twist them and mold them and use each other to bounce those ideas back and forth so that you can come out with a better idea, you know? I just don't think many people are doing that.
I think you're just trying to talk about critical thinking here.
Well, nobody's doing
crazy way
thinking.
to say critical thinking.
I'm just saying nobody's having an original idea at all anymore. Like, nobody is saying, and yes, I know nothing new is under the sun. I know that a lot of things have already been thought of before, but I just think that we're losing the ability to think in general, and I think it's like really sad.
Yeah, you seem to be very passionate about it. Yeah,
dude, because
you don't have any thinks.
Because a lot of times I open up my mind and there's nothing in there, and I'm like, dude, I have to watch Instagram to get something in there.
Sometimes I open up my mind.
Sometimes I like push the clothes to the side on the clothes rack to see what's behind it. Nothing, dude. Blank wall. I'm like, crap. I
gotta watch some reels.
Yeah, dude. I need to go watch some reels so I can
so I can have some feels.
Yeah, so I can feel good for 30 seconds and then hate myself for 5 minutes right after, bro.
Word. So you went on this vacation without no signal or no phone or whatever.
No, I had a phone. I just wouldn't. Because I'm around other people, I'm not on it as much.
Yeah. Which is another. I mean, like, you probably didn't notice, did you, while you were there, that you weren't on it that much?
No, I didn't even. I wasn't even trying.
So that's just like another way, or another way to kind of disconnect is with people, community. Because if you're just like around other people, hopefully you would rather talk to somebody in person than be on your phone. Yeah. But like you said, like, you didn't even notice, you didn't even realize that you weren't on your phone that much because there was other people there. I mean, get some homies is what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you can break away from your phone and then put yourself in a space where you're around other people and you are able to have interactions with human beings, actually, the longer that you're there, the less you feel like going back to your phone. Yeah. Because you're like, oh, wait, this is way better than the stupid Instagram reel that I'm going to watch. Like, and you stop craving it. Like, I didn't even think about it that much.
Yeah. Maybe it's because you're getting like a bigger dopamine hit from like talking to people. I don't know if dopamine's the right thing, but
I think
feeling that need, social need.
I don't know if there's like scientifically a difference, but I think certain dopamines maybe feel different. Like,
maybe who knows?
I don't know. It's like,
so did you get like what all did you do over there on vacay?
Dude, I went to Broken Bow, and
was there any broken bows?
There was no broken bows.
Do they call that because like the river looks like one or something?
I don't know.
I've never been.
There's only one road in and out of town, and the road is kind of broken.
Is it?
Because it's...
Dude, that's all Oklahoma.
It's because it's like miles of traffic because everybody on Memorial Day is going on one road.
That's great. Dude, Oklahoma's infrastructure is so bad.
And I don't know what the heck was going on, bro, But I fished for like 3 or 4 days straight, didn't catch one fish. And so I guess everybody was fishing and caught every single fish. But dude, I was losing my mind.
Dude, I'm right there with you, dude. I cannot fish to save my life.
Well, I've been known to catch a few fish, in my time. And I usually don't have a bad, like, I can usually catch a fish at least. But, dude, they were hiding from me this week.
That's from Lake Texoma. Is that near? I have no idea where Broken Bow is.
I don't know. No, it wasn't Lake Texoma. I was fishing in the river.
Okay.
And I was literally...
Dude, that's like the easiest place to catch fish.
No, Josh.
A river's the easiest place to catch fish.
I was looking at the fish. I was looking at them in the water. There was 5 or 10 chilling there, and I'd throw this bait in. Nothing.
They're all sight.
They would come up. They would come up. They would see the bait in the water. They would see it, and they would come up to it, and they would give it a little. They would give it a little kiss, and then they go, "Nah."
Did you tease them a little bit though with like the line?
Dude, I was doing the little kind of like the shake, shake back. I was going.
They weren't biting it, dude.
Nothing.
Did you not change your bait?
I changed. I put a fake worm on there. I put a frog. I did a little bit of salmon eggs, which I thought might be juicy and tasty.
Yeah.
And all the local fishermen were like, "Yeah, dude, they love this. Kiss my butt. They love that, dude. They didn't suck it down. Okay, they must not love it.
They're just kissing it.
Yeah.
That's so funny, bro.
And I was just like,
anybody catch anything? Like with your group?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Your wife caught one?
No.
Oh, dude, I would leave.
Unfortunately, my mother-in-law was the only one that could catch a fish. And I was just over there just boiling out of my skin. I was like, I cannot believe I'm not catching a fish right now. And the first half of the week, I was using a frog, which is top water.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically I was wanting like a big bass to jump out of the water and just smash my bait and it'd be nice and chunky fish, 10-pounder.
It's a whole donkey come out of there.
Big old donkey to come just swallow my jib. And the third day I was like...
You got a turtle.
The third day I realized, there's not a bass in this river. And so I was like, screw it. I'm just going to fish for trout like everybody else. I'll get in the water.
You was waiting?
And they were just looking at my bait. And I don't know.
So all you did was fish?
We fished.
Just kind of hung out.
It was a hot tub. Hot tub was nice.
Wasn't it like 94 degrees outside?
Dude, it doesn't matter. Hot tub's always nice.
I don't know about that, bro.
Play some board games. Board games always fun.
Fire. Have some fire.
Except, dude, we played this one board game. Sucked. Have you ever played Aggravation?
No. I'd imagine you get aggravated.
It is the stupidest game there ever was. The whole game is just you have basically 4 little marbles and you're trying to get around the circle, and your 4 little marbles start in the base and you're trying to get them to their home, and when they're in their home they're safe. But so the whole game is just rolling a dice to see if see how far it goes. But everybody else is trying to do the same thing, and if they jump on your marble dies and has to go back to the base.
So you get aggravated.
It's 100% luck. It's just like, I threw a 4. Guess I land on you, and you have to start over. And there's no strategy.
Sounds like a game for like gambling addicts, just to kind of scratch the itch.
It's a game for dogs, dude. It's like I could literally set my dog up to a shaker, and and he might win. It'd be totally possible for my dog to win that game.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of games.
Yeah.
It's pretty stupid.
Then we play Spicy Uno, and
That's where it's at right there.
Dominated.
Spicy Uno.
But...
You have fire?
No.
No?
We did think about doing a fire, but I think a lot of people just...
I feel like the inner Boy Scout in you would be just like, hey, y'all trying to start a fire?
I've done so many...
Like you didn't really want to be the guy who's like, let's do a fire. You just kind of like throwing out some propaganda. Some fire propaganda.
I think I've had enough lifetime fires.
No, you haven't, bro.
I've had so many fires and like Boy Scout and stuff that I just don't.
Dude, you don't get tired of fire. You literally started one earlier when you got in here.
I get tired of fire because you always smell like smoke after, and it's like, I don't.
So,
I'm very sensitive to the smell of smoke, and I don't want to.
Whack.
I don't want to smell like smoke.
Fire is in my top 10 things.
And I think I also like to, like if a fire is in like a concrete ring and it's like protected and there's no possibility that anything bad could happen, a lot less desire to do a fire.
I feel you gotta move those concrete out of the way.
If there's like a big bonfire, yeah, I'm gonna light that.
Yeah,
if the fire's
in a burn ban, you gotta start a fire.
True. If there's a burn ban present, I'm 100% more want to do a fire.
Absolutely. Bring in matches, lighter fluid, all that.
If you can like start the fire next to a lot of dead grass, and you're like, oh, I can see how this gets out of hand.
Yeah, if you're looking up in the sky and like the bright blue sky, and you're like, man, this needs some smoke up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's like 1,000 koalas in the Australian outback that look like they have nowhere to go, I'm like,
if there's an endangered species lying around, somewhere, maybe you got to start a fire in the woods.
I kind of want to mow my lawn like over a bunch of razor wire and hope that it sparks and starts this forest fire. I kind of want to throw a cigarette out my truck window into a field of dead grass and hope that tens of thousands of wildlife just happen to run away but not fast enough.
If you just heard from the local Texas, park ranger that, there's been some new ducklings that just hatched, you might want to start a fire in that area. Just saying.
If there's a dry forest between a pack of sea turtle babies and all they need to do is get through that forest to the beach to where they're safe for the rest of their lives, I want to make it a little challenge. I want to see them do their little flippers through the coals.
Look, if you see a nest up in the tree somewhere, within arm's reach, there might be some eggs in there. You can probably cook them on the fire. That's pure protein, straight from the source.
Than a quarter-sized robin egg.
Well, yeah, one of those.
Grilled over the fire.
Oh, dude, those taste so good.
But I don't know.
Okay, well,
best part about vacation is I just got to break up the routine. And whenever you break up the routine, you can look back at the routine and be like, wow, that is not, don't keep doing that. You got like you get the chance to see what you don't like to do.
Which is your routine.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I was going to ask you if you feel like refreshed after it. Because isn't that the point of the vacation? Is to feel like, you're getting back. You're like, time to get back to work.
Yeah.
Does that know what you feel like?
Do I feel refreshed?
GG. If you don't know, you probably not.
I think I do get refreshed, but I also think that I tend to not let myself be refreshed. I'm like, oh, now I have to catch up on work. So it's equal. I take the break and then I'm like, well, now I got to make up for the break. So I got to work harder. So it kind of offsets it.
Maybe.
I just like to get out of the routine.
Do you not feel more productive?
I felt pretty productive today, but I think that's
because you had to make up
3 coffees and I was like just ready to rock and roll.
Oh.
But
artificially productive.
Do you think there should be a coffee limit?
I don't know. I can't say it. I don't drink coffee.
Dang, I always forget.
I wouldn't have a valid reason or valid take. Yeah.
Do you feel refreshed when you come back from vacation? Like, significantly? Or is it just like regular?
I don't really go on vacations.
But can you think of one time you went on vacation? And you, like, when you come back, what did you feel like? What does vacation feel like to you?
I like vacation, but...
How do you feel after?
After it? Well, it depends on how long I'm on vacation.
2 days. 5 days.
Okay, 5 days.
Let's start at 5.
5 days has got to be like I wouldn't say perfect amount, but quintessential amount of time to be on a vacation.
I feel like that means perfect, but okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Ideal? Is that a better word?
Yeah.
Ideal amount of time to be on vacation would be 5 days. If I was on a 5-day vacation and I came back, I'd feel like I probably missed out on some stuff.
What? On the vacation or on...
Like my brain, I'm like, I feel like I got to be doing something.
Okay.
I get it from my dad. 100%. So I feel like I got to be doing something. And if I was to be on a vacation for 5 days, I would probably want to do some sort of something productive, like at least an hour every day of the 5 days. And then I'd be chill.
I actually think I did enjoy my vacation this time because I did wake up every day except for 2 of the days, I think. And I did like 2 hours of work.
Yeah.
I just did like 2 hours of work before my day got started. And I woke up early and I didn't sleep in. And I was like, I definitely felt good.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I did something and now I can kind of just
chill
out a little bit.
I think we've talked about this before, but do you wake up at the same time every day?
No. I have a horrible sleep schedule, circadian rhythm.
Well, I would highly suggest you do that. Because I
do want to do it, but then...
It is a life hack, brother.
Dude,
say goodbye to being tired.
I don't know what it is, bro, but... I don't generally have a strong will in general. I cave to...
No will there.
I cave to Oreos. I cave to anything that starts with Chips Ahoy and ends with cookie. Cheetos, Doritos.
Anything that starts with Dorit, ends with an O.
Has bread on it. Looks good.
Dude,
is tasty.
I had bread for the first time in like months yesterday. To die for, bro. To die for, dude.
But my will in the morning has to be
at all-time low.
The lowest. Because I wake up, I have an alarm. It says 5:30. And I said, dude, before I go to bed, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm about to wake up. Yeah. I'm about to grind, about to get to it. I'm about to hustle. Morning comes. Don't wake up. Or hear my alarm. Set it off in my sleep. Or turn it off in my sleep. Wake up. Frantically rush to work.
Wake up. Grab some Oreos. Then some Doritos.
Wake up. Sit on the pot. Do a deuce. Scrolling through Instagram. Realize that I spent my first 15 minutes of the day taking terrible content that's only about stupid,
food,
unimportant stuff. And then,
it's about motivational videos of waking up early.
Dude.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I would highly suggest it. It sucks, but like at the beginning it sucks. But then after like a week, dude, you get used to it. It happens that quick, at least for me. And dude, I get so much stuff done before like 12 o'clock, like noon.
What time do you wake up now? 7 or
7:30?
7:30.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could do every day at 7:30, but every day at 6:30 is like.
That's not that much different.
Or
like
I have to wake up at 6, which is like, I don't know.
I mean, it is early. Whatever.
I don't know. I just I'm gonna do it, dude. I'm gonna say it to the cast. The rest of this week, I'm gonna wake up on time and I'm gonna come back with a good report card. It's gonna look like this: the letter A.
If you actually do it, you will be surprised.
And Josh's.
Mark my words, bro.
I cannot
48 minutes and 30 seconds. Mark my words.
I cannot wait to come back next week and be like, I failed. I failed the cast.
How many Oreos did you eat, bro?
72 Oreos in 3 days is 4 sleeves. Double stuff. 4 sleeves is crazy. Chocolate dipped fudge.
Dude,
cream.
Don't even stop talking, bro. I'm actually about to go get some. Not really. No.
But I did kind of want to.
You want to have a heart-to-heart real quick?
No, I just thought that we should take.
Why are you turning away from the camera like you're shy?
It's just honestly more comfortable.
You're like, I just want to talk about.
I've been going through some back problems right now.
Same, bro. I got a little knot in my crest.
Your crest?
I don't know.
What's a crest? Brother?
I don't know.
Crest on it, brother.
What did you say? What did you say?
I don't even know.
Oh, we're bombing here.
No, I just looked at you and I was like, maybe if I just keep talking, something
will come up.
Something will happen.
Oh, dude, I've been having car troubles, bro.
No way, me too. My car's at the shop.
What do you drive? Did you drive your Jeep here?
We're spiritually entwined through the ether.
Well, I mean, I fixed mine, but it's just annoying. I've got like, there's all kinds of electrical issues with my Jeep, and it's like,
same, literally same.
with your Jeep or with your?
I started my vacation by my car not working, having to drive back home.
Did it not start?
No, it did start, but as I was driving, it would just, the gas pedal would
Putter.
act like it's not there, and so I'd be like, and it just not do anything.
Just the cable come off or what?
And so I have to turn off my car while I'm driving and turn it back on because it's a manual, so I just throw it in neutral. Turn it off, wait a second, turn it back on, keep going.
We'd have to do that in my parents' old Ford. It would just shut off. And this is back when I was like learning how to drive.
Yeah.
And it would like, I'd be so terrified of it happening.
You're like,
And I was driving to physical therapy one day and it happened. I was like, Dad, what'd I do?
with only one leg.
Yeah. I'll use my left leg.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. Wow.
It's not too bad in my car, but it literally was happening every 5 minutes. And so I'd be like, turn it off, turn it back on.
That's not good.
And people were honking at me, dude. They were saying lots of words at me, start with N, and just driving past me, and it was not fun.
Man. Especially in Dallas.
And dude, people in Dallas are crazy. Like, I've never met more people. Like, I understand the rush and like trying to get places because there's nothing worse than somebody going like 15 under. But if I'm like clearly having issues and I'm getting the bird out the window.
But it's not so clear to them.
Bro, I throw all my hazards and a dude will still fly by and, you know.
Well, they're trying to get somewhere.
It's true. It is completely like inconvenient of me to just get in their way. And it's like
I suck.
I got super mad. I got way too mad at these people. They were in the right turn lane, and I got livid driving to work before. This was before me.
At yourself?
No, at these two people.
Oh man,
I got so mad at them because I was driving and they were in the right turn lane in front of me, and this truck just tapped the person in front of them, and they were
like actually tapped him.
Yeah, like hit them.
Ooh.
But not like fender bender, you know?
Still, I'd be mad.
That's not what...
I'd be mad if it wasn't even me. I'd be like, nah, about to...
Well, this is what made me mad. They did the fender bender, and they stopped in the turn lane. And I'm like, just pull into the parking lot that's right there. Don't stop in the only right turn lane. Because they stop there, and then they get out of their car, and they're just like, oh, it looks like I hit him. Oh. And it's like, dude, your car works perfectly fine. Just pull into the parking lot so that not everybody has to like swerve around you. And then
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just common sense. People lack that sometimes a lot. Princeton drivers.
They don't have any original thought. They can't imagine a scenario where they don't just go, oh, I hit somebody. I think I need to stop my car right here.
I think we have to. I try to assume the worst with people, bro. Just
that's a good outlook.
No, I mean, you know, they might be having a bad day. This might be financially crippling them to get a new fender, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to be nice about it.
I came into work one day at the auto shop when I used to work there,
mm-hmm.
and I was just furious. Because
at what, bro? You're like 14. What are you furious about?
I don't know, dude. I get rage on the road. It's not good. It's one of my vices. Vices.
Even at 14, you were like that?
Yeah. And I came into the auto shop and I just started telling my boss, I was like, these people don't know how to drive. Everybody's driving 10 under. My boss looked at me and he goes, you know that dude just found his wife getting smashed by another guy. And I was like, that is a possibility. You never think about that, but it's like,
yeah,
they could be having the worst day of their life.
Yeah.
You know, their dad just died. Their mom's got breast cancer again, and
other boob. Anything could be happening with them.
You know, their chihuahua is still alive, hasn't kicked the bucket.
Dude,
that's a downer.
That is a downer.
That's a downer.
If you have a chihuahua, I am so sorry.
First of all, spell it. You can't. Second of all,
pronounce it.
Doesn't have all of its teeth left.
Yeah.
Third of all, barks.
Why do they walk like that?
True.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess the moral of the day is that guy in front of you might not be having the best day.
Yep.
So flip him off and get on your way, dude. Scream at him.
Give him a little push. Give him a little fender bender.
It'd be so fun to just like. Have you ever thought about? Do you get road rage? You don't, right?
No.
So you probably haven't had this thought. I have had the thought sometimes where it's like, what if I just do it? What if I just
hit and run,
smash my car into this guy, and and just move on with my day?
You wouldn't. Well, you wouldn't just be moving on. You'd be having a higher bill and paying a lot of money.
That is what stops me. Is the money part.
Insurance, bro. Love it and hate it. Yeah.
So you never get that road rage at all?
Well, I mean, I get a little angry at times. Like, I was driving my parents last weekend, and
you get your fiddle tiddled.
Yeah, I was. 2 times it happened. I was getting gas, and I was pulling in, and somebody was pulling. Didn't stop. Stop sign, clear stop sign was right there. I'm just like, bro, how do you not? See this? Whatever. Okay, it happens.
Whatever.
Literally 2 minutes later, it happened again in the same town. I'm just like, okay. But I didn't,
What'd you do?
I flipped them the bird. No, I prayed for them real quick.
I prayed for them, and I said, I know they just found out their wife was getting smashed down.
Yep.
So they're not seeing clearly. They have tears in their eyes. The stop signs look blue with water in them, in their eyes.
Yeah. No, I don't really get mad like that. I think I'm blessed with no real anger issues. Because, I mean, I never really understood the whole road rage thing. Like, I never understood how that was a common thing, actually. Still don't, but teach their own. I got my own stuff.
Let me think about what do I have? What am I good at?
We're gonna be here a while.
Not a while, dude. Yeah. I think
you're good at driving with no hands.
It's true. Driving
little
in the
knee
snow,
action,
no
like
hands and text.
Your calves are getting that workout in like this, steering.
I think that I honestly think that texting and driving needs to be legal for people that are under 30.
Why that age?
Because I was thinking about this the other day. Boomers cannot text and drive, dude. I don't know what it is, bro, but they have to actually look at their phone when they text, and that's not acceptable. The rest of us, people that can actually text and drive good and are good at it, we don't look at our phone when we text and drive.
True.
And
pro move. The slide, just slide your thumb around.
Yeah.
Easy money.
But boomers can't do it. They cannot function like.
Well, because boomers have to text like this.
Yes, and they have to like look at each letter and tap it. And it's like, dude, I've been doing this since I was 2. I've been touching screens. You guys need to be banned from texting and driving. If an officer pulls me over and he goes, "Hey, saw you texting and driving. Just need to verify you're under 29." I'm like, "Yes, sir." And be on your way. But
I don't think police could pull you over for texting and driving because there's no proof.
I think they can, but
that's when you flip them the bird.
The funny thing about law is just you can just literally be like, prove it.
The funny thing about law is like you just say, "I don't care." So.
Well, I mean, if they can't prove it, they can't prove it. You just be like, "I didn't do it."
Okay, Mr. Judge. Yeah. It's
funny that some people do crumble. Like the officer comes up and they go, "You were texting driving." They go, "I know, I'm so sorry." And you're like, "Bro, it's not like they have it on video." It's
yeah, you just immediately admit fault.
Yeah.
I know, I didn't mean to do it. I'm so sorry.
That's what, and it's crazy because that's literally what they're taught to do in the police academy. They're literally taught. The first thing they do, they come up to your car. They go, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And all you have to do is go, "No."
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, is it though? Because I mean, I've never got a ticket, and every time they ask me that, I answer truthfully. I'm like, "Yeah, I was going over."
Just don't.
Well, no, because they want to see if you're got a head on your shoulders and being honest.
No, you literally. This is what you do. You go, "No, I don't know why you pulled me over," and they go, "You were speeding," and you go, "How do you know?" I wasn't.
And then they pull out the gun.
I wasn't speeding.
And you're like,
well,
oh.
then they literally they have two options. They go, well, I clocked you on my gun, and then you go, well, when was the last time your gun was calibrated? Because it's wrong.
And that's when they tase you.
and there's two pathways there. One of them, you're white. And you go on the rest of your day. No, I'm playing. But literally, they have to get their gun calibrated like every 6 months. And so you can literally just, here's the thing. You can literally
and then they pull out their actual gun. You're like, talking about this one.
How fast do you think this bullet's going?
Yeah.
No, but
bro, hold on. I've been in the car with you whenever you got and pull over, dude.
I've never got a ticket, bro.
I know. Well, hold on. I've never heard you ask a cop when you got your gun calibrated, right? There's no way anybody's saying that to a cop.
Because I didn't get pulled over for speeding. I got pulled over from the many malfunctions on my vehicle. The light's not working. Whatever.
No, dude. I know you, bro. You're not saying you got your gun calibrated.
The thing is,
that's when your head's on. That's when your head is on the hood.
No, you just. You're like, I'm sorry.
Your kiss cuts to you in handcuffs. You're like, no.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. But I mean, you should just. I don't know. People don't. Going back to your original thought, dude. Why say you did something wrong when you don't have to?
Well,
because you just show up to court, make them prove it.
Oh my goodness, bro, this is such bad advice, bro. I'm trying to end on a good note, dude, not a bad.
Yes, the good note is, don't say you did it when you don't have to. There's no reason to say you did it. Like if it.
Maybe let me think. Moral compass.
Okay, listen. Say you didn't do it. As soon as he leaves, pray for forgiveness. You're good, bro. No. No, your life will go better if you don't lie, and you shouldn't lie. And every time you do, it builds corruption in your heart. Your soul gets damaged each time, and then the lying the next time is easier, and then that lie leads to a habit, and that habit leads to you losing your family, your job. Then you're on the side of the road, you're cracked out. People are trying to give you $5, but you can't even pick it up because you don't have any more motor functions because you're doing methamphetamine all day long.
That's where it ends.
So don't lie.
Yeah. Lying leads to
methamphetamine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think it's decent.
Okay.
We're recording in 4K, so hopefully you get to see this garbage in high definition.
Yeah, we're just asking for a small 400 views this episode. That's it. Share it with your friends. Share it on your stories. Tell people to lie.
I bought a billboard. I don't know if it's gonna help.
Oh, yeah.
It's $2,000 a week to like put Honest Honkies on it.
Yeah, we bought an ad in local papers and news channels.
So we'll see you next week.
All right.
If you're a real one, subscribe to patreon.com at $1 a month. Honk out.
Honk.
Yeah, we don't know nothing, but we hope you enjoy the something. We're just honkies that don't know nothing. You know we have fun and that's our Boston. We love you, honky. May we keep the gravy and stuffing. Gravy and stuffing, I keep your mom in a Dutch oven. Gravy and stuffing. Gravy and stuff. Gravy and stuff, man.